Coming from a large Division I schools, what is the difference you've noticed between Division I and Division III since you've been here?
Well, basically, there's a big emphasis change that starts with scholarship athletes in Division I. Effectively, that your competitors are being paid, your athletes are being paid. Here, our athletes get paid too because they're E2 grade Coast Guard members making approximately $1,100 a month. It's interesting. There are some differences and there are some commonalities. Scope and size of finances are a huge difference. For example, in Indiana, I oversaw a budget of $75 million in a department with nearly 900 student athletes that were a part of it. Here, while the economies of scale are different, the financial stresses are really the same because with the larger economies of scale, you have bigger expenses. And the scholarship thing is a good example. Here, and I found the same thing in Army, and it was a nice thing to have. We don't have to raise money to send people to school. That's a really, really big deal. It's also part of the ideals of Division III that there are no academic scholarships. That's an emphasis. And I think some of those advantages in Division III really play into our hands. There are some great commonalities between this academy and the other service academies, particularly the 3 DoD academies. But I think most of all, what's in common is the competitive emphasis is just the same. The scale is different. When we have 5,000 people at Cadet Memorial Field to watch us play Merchant Marine in a football game, candidly, it's just like to me, it's just like Indiana-Purdue when you had 53,000 people at Indiana. The intensity of the athletes is just the same. The desire to succeed is just the same. The kind of person we get here is somewhat different because when they come here, these folks have no pro aspirations. And virtually every Division I player, whether they would admit it or not, have professional aspirations. So I think here, a Division III environment is a very good fit for a service academy, and I think it's one of the things that's really going to enable us to be competitively successful in the long run is when you combine the ideals of Division III with the margin and measure of success that's required of the service academy. I think we'll be able to do great things in the long run.